Okay, hello everybody. We have to talk about the thing again about the lack of consistency with this show and the fact that it just never is posted when it's supposed to. It's kind of I'm kind of tired of it, but it's just a conversation that needs to be had. What is interesting about it is the way it has shifted, because a lot of people were blaming Amazon, but since Amazon and is like not really talking, and then you have every other party not pointing a finger towards Amazon, the change has gone from specifically Amazon to everybody involved, which is kind of funny, because all what people are looking for when it comes to the situation about the lack of consistency with uploading is transparency. We just need a reason for it to happen, and then we would be fine. But that's not the case. We just have to just deal with the episodes not coming out correctly, and then it's very annoying. It's very annoying for everyone involved, and it's lame. It's lame. I just want to watch a TV show when it's supposed to be posted, but that's just not what's gonna happen. Hi RJ, welcome to the stream. And it's just, yeah. If we knew the problem, we would be. I feel like we would be not as angry about the entire endeavor. I'm pretty sure, but no one is saying anything. So we just have to get mad at everyone involved, and people want to make conspiracies about iTunes or all that, which is, I think is funny, but it's just it's lame. It's lame. Amazon it's still not on Amazon. That's God. I don't know what the problem. If they could just tell us what the problem is, I think people will understand. It's like, hey, Amazon's not used to having a weekly upload. So there's gonna be issues. If they just said that, I think people will be like, okay, fine. But they're just not saying anything. Hi Harold, welcome to the stream. It is on Amazon in America, but it came out last night. I had to pirate it before then because I knew I was gonna do the stream regardless today. So it was easier to put my pirate hat on and go swashbuckling rather than just waiting because I talk about it on stream. So it's pretty ridiculous, and it just yeah. And then this weekly upload, and that's for me. That's someone that waits to 2 a.m. for it to go on, for me to watch it. When, like, let's take my mom for example. She's not someone that's like waiting for and refreshing the Amazon page. She's gonna watch it whenever. But she hasn't watched episode 5, and episode 5 has been out for what, like 2 weeks now. So it's just she's never gonna get caught up on the show because the schedule is broken. So it's just not gonna happen. And my mom loves the show. My mom watched the show in the hospital after a double mastectomy. She loves Dracula. She watched season 2 after a double. It was like, she loves the show, but she's not gonna wait tooth and nail for it. She's probably gonna binge watch it later. And I already talked about why binge watching it isn't a good idea, because you miss a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's annoying, and it's also fucking up a lot of viewing parties. A lot of queens and bars and just drag performers in general are losing revenue because of it. And it's like, and then we're gonna have a completely other show to talk about in a few hours, so it's just like now is not the time for this to be happening. And now is not the time to be quiet about it. And also, like, I don't think the Boulets have any real power over how the episodes go up. But blocking people on Twitter is not helping either. I'm sure it's annoying to have people tweet at you every goddamn second, because you're kind of the only, place on the internet where it's posted, hey, the episode is live right now. That they're a pretty reliable source when it's available on Amazon, at least for Americans. And yeah, it's very annoying. And it sucks because this is a really good season. And we had some really good episodes recently. But yeah, it's very annoying. And it's an ongoing conversation that we're having after every episode. After the first episode, this has been just completely fucked up, and I just and they don't want it to be messed up. Their schedule, if my calculations are correct, their schedule is so on track for specifically the finale is like 2 days before Halloween. That's what they want. And if it gets fucked up where it's not that, then it's gonna get, bulldozed by the fact that people are celebrating Halloween around then. So yeah. I'm going to digress. I'm going to continue on. We'll talk about the episode. Most of what happened at the beginning of the episode, there were some good conversations I liked. They were discussions. That's what I liked. There were discussions rather than arguments. And people talked about Hollow. People opened up about their own personal journey, like Louisiana did. That was nice. I don't have anything to add about that. That was good to hear. Enjoyed it very much as a viewer of the show. So yeah, but I think we're just going to talk about all the looks, because that's kind of what I want to talk about. I also didn't screenshot it, so we can just skip over and just talk about the looks. We'll start with Madeline. Madeline was very underwhelming. The thing is, she looks great. She looks beautiful, and she's also, one thing that Madeline does is these expressions are everything. When it comes to Madeline, it's been like the highlight of her performance. Don't I agree about... I don't think Madeline getting sugarcane. I don't know. I don't think she didn't deserve to be in the bottom for most of them, except for that one episode about the key. But yes, that was the only time. I miss Hollow too. Hollow was fun, but sometimes a little bit too much. But yeah, Madeline looks so good. She is so enticing to me on stage because of her expressions, and she's so menacing, but overall, like, there's no concept behind it. She just took a hospital inspired attire and then threw, gore and blood over it and thought it was going to translate well, when other people have really big concepts, and even their big concepts fell flat. So it's not really translating for the competition like it should, despite it being, in my opinion, really cool looking, but it's not gonna win anything here. And then her photo shoot, she has, I think, the drabbest background. It doesn't translate to hospital at all. She's not really doing much in her photos. She looks good. She looks damn good. This one I love this picture, but and her expressions again, she knows what she's doing, but it's not enough to save her in this competition when everyone else is doing what everyone else is doing. I don't think we're getting All Stars anytime soon. No, I would rather a couple more seasons before an All Stars. And the picture they chose, that is the best picture of what we saw, but it's lackluster compared to everyone else's. Moving on to Landon. Landon killed it. I don't think we're even surprised anymore when Landon does well. They're at they're the best in the competition so far. If they go home from now to the finale, people are going to be mad, because even if they are clearly the worst of a episode, people are still going to believe that they do not deserve to go home. But the concept's good. The execution's good. I like everything they did. The misspelling of the book was unfortunate. I don't know. We don't know if they got to pick their photo backgrounds. There's only so many. I feel like there's only so many locations. It's either a room, a hallway, a back stairwell, or it's not much you can really go off of. Everything's pretty much going to look the same, but some people got really good lighting, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, the book misspelling was unfortunate, but it's so good. Best concept. I've been waiting for like a really good mad scientist for a while, and this one is good. I think Abora did like a mad scientist that got formed with a chicken at one point. That wasn't really what I was looking for, though. it was nicely ironic, but it was also it was unintentional, and it is also a thing. When you see something like that, it is you weren't looking at your details close enough, so that it could be seen as that. I don't think it read as that though. But yeah, Landon just did amazing. I wasn't a big fan of the photo. I think there was I just didn't like this location. I think if it was like, if there was lab equipment, it would have been better, but just on a bed or just like this, it just didn't really work for me. This photo in particular, I like because it looks like a promo photo for an author that just released a brand new book and they're just looking happy holding their own book. Yeah, but I wasn't personally, it's not my favorite photo at all. It is, I think, the best look out of all of them, but I don't think it's the best photo. Next we have Priscilla. At first, when I first saw Priscilla, I thought it was everything, and there was so much detail. I did not know this calf was an actual stillborn calf. I did not know. I was like, I thought they got the hookup at some point that it was like, you know, those realistic baby dolls. I thought it was made by someone that did that. I was wrong. But like, I was like, oh my God, it's so good in the floor show. But then when we get to the photo shoot and you really got to see full body in like constant motion, it became very apparent that, oh, everything just looks like glued on and not really that polished up. And the photo shoot also confused me. I think if they had done it where they were somber, if they were crying or something along those lines, it would have read better. But like, it kind of feels comedic in a way what they're presenting, which is not what I think this photo shoot should have been. The calf itself, there is an argument to say that displaying a dead animal in any sort of way is still not considered cruelty free. I like the interpretation that Priscilla did. I don't have a problem with it, but I do think other people have said the same thing before and it has not worked out and it has not said, and I don't mean people on Dragula, I just mean in general. I said some of the similar things before, and I did not feel okay with it, but I'm okay with Priscilla's, what she said about the use of the animal. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. But yeah, ultimately, one of the worst. Next is Dahlia. I didn't really like this look. It doesn't translate well for me. If maybe they had a big open circular leech mouth, I think it would have helped, but most of the time the leech arm wasn't on display as much as I think they were hoping for. So it just wasn't working. This photo though, the photo they did, what made this photo everything was the lighting. That green light, I mean the blue light that really highlights the dripping of the mouth and the eyes, that was it. That's what made this photo stunning. But ultimately, I just don't think it worked out for them. And yeah, I dislike undergarments in general, even when you can see them and they match the outfit, but when they're completely disconnected from the outfit, yeah, that's a big problem. That's a big problem as well. They just had this lighting, the veins, it's so good, but the leech, I think the concept fell flat. I think it would have helped with a prosthetic mouth. As far as I know, I didn't think Priscilla was out as trans on the show. I was unaware until literally someone commented on the last video. So yeah, I think it was after the fact, but yeah. Who are we up next? Louisiana. I loved this Candy Striper look so much. It's what they do is very subtle, and I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I do agree when I think it was Swan that said they wanted them to just do something a bit more with like this, meat innards, whatever it was. That was it, because they kind of just pulled it out and that was it, and we didn't see much more of it. But the concept is so good, the look is so good. In my opinion, of the photo shoot, Louisiana has it. Louisiana photographed so well. It was overall my favorite. I kind of wish Louisiana had won this challenge, despite how good Landon was. I just want a win for Louisiana at this point, because I love it so much. And this photo, these poses, it just looks so good. And also this pink red lighting is just also really working for them. And one thing else I want to say is I always like the decision of a stuffed animal. Stuffed animals just are kind of a symbol of childhood and stuff, and just taking that and really ruining it is something I really like. But yeah, I wish Louisiana won. I want a win for Louisiana so much. But this was great. This is my favorite photo of the night. I think I truly believe it's the best. And then lastly is Eva, and it's not bad by any means. She's a nurse with some like growths coming out of them, but it's just not as good of a concept. It's not very original either. I mean, we've seen many and many a horror nurse in our time. What they do sell is the movements and the screaming and all of that. That works really well on the floor show, because they have some really good poses here, and it all works really well. Like all these photos I'm showing are good. The photo shoot itself, again, not a really good location, and honestly a lot of the poses hit a lot of the outfit that really showcase this is a nurse, which is the main part of the challenge, is showcasing her in a hospital, and a lot of the poses showcase the growth, while I believe that the growth should have been like a peekaboo moment. And honestly, the photo would have just been bad if there was no wheelchair. The wheelchair is kind of what makes the photo here. Otherwise, it would have just not worked out at all, and I would have not liked it. So Landon wins. I want Louisiana to win, but I can't really argue too much about Landon's win. Landon completely deserved it. And then Priscilla and Madeline are in the bottom. I completely agree. I could have... No, I prefer Priscilla over Eva. Yeah, they were the bottom two. Deserve to be the bottom two. Just the two of the sloppier approaches to this challenge. And their challenge was a big game of Operation. But this time, instead of when you touch the sides, it shocks you. Which, it sounds horrifying, and I would hate that. And one thing I want to point out is Madeline had like these grill, spatula, tongs, while Priscilla had like regular tongs. I don't know which one would be easier. But Priscilla also had those other tongs, but then they switched at some point for some reason. I don't really know why. I guess you could choose either, and Madeline just stuck with what they had. And that's what I'm assuming. I don't want to do a conspiracy theory here, but I just want to take note of the different tongs. And this is another conversation. Sometimes I feel like it's better if you are doing the extermination challenge and you are showcasing that you are struggling more, but you prevail. I think when that happens, it really shows it better. So, yeah, it just, because I'm trying to think about it, because like episode 1 of the entire show, Meatball was in the bottom and not having the greatest time of being buried alive, and they survived over Pinche, who really wasn't. And then, you know, this has happened over and over again. To struggle and then prevail tends to do better on the show, in my opinion, than just really showcasing how well you do. I don't think Madeline got fucked over by Hollow. I think it was Madeline was team leader and didn't really lead the team much. But yeah. So yeah. And then we get this I forget this movie called Hereditary. I think it's called Hereditary. Reference to that movie, because I don't watch scary movies. I'm scared of scary movies, y'all. Though I will say some Super Weenie Hut Jr. approved horror Halloween stuff. Creepshow, the 2019 series, A+, go watch that. That was good. So Madeline gets eliminated. It was the time. They should just stuck their head back in the car though. Yeah, they could have just stuck their head. They could have survived that. Because what was really going to happen? You could have just stayed in the car. Like, what was going to happen with you in the car? Probably something bad, but it works. Not too mad at it. A reference to the guest judge is always good. Yeah, well, they always say before the extermination challenge was that we are judging you on the extermination challenge, the actual challenge, your look. Basically, they do a disclaimer that we can pick whoever we want. So, unless it's like something so obvious like Eva and Hollow's roach blow competition, then you usually just pick who you want. These extermination challenges are for the viewer's benefit and not really for the contestants' benefit. It was very telenovela. So yeah, this was the episode. Right now, the standings are we are more than likely gonna see Landon in the finals, because if that doesn't happen, then people gonna be mad, and that's really it. I think it's a toss-up right now. I'm really hoping Louisiana. Gotta hope and pray. But, you know, of course, when I pick someone to win, it doesn't tend to work out for them. So I should probably, you know, stay quiet on who I want to win. I enjoy Eva. I enjoy Priscilla. And I really like Dahlia's looks. So it's a toss-up. It's like, it's hard to really predict this shit because anything can happen on any episode. I do think this was Madeline's episode though, and I do really like this top 5. So I guess that's it. We'll see if next week if the episode will be up on time or at all. I will be talking about I don't know, irrelevant to what we're talking about. I will be talking about Drag Race UK probably on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, around this exact same time. So we'll have that discussion. It'll probably be long because we have to talk about entrances and then my feelings on everyone and then that. But I usually don't talk about like episode stuff, like conversations that are had. I usually just go straight to the challenge / runway, and that's usually it when it comes to Drag Race. But we'll see. I'm excited for Drag Race UK. A lot of people told me it's like the change in the series that we need, even though I haven't seen Thailand, and yeah. Where am I gonna watch it? I think I'm gonna have to get WoW Presents Plus. Is probably the best and easiest way for me to watch it. You know, I could go swashbuckling also again if I need to, but WoW Presents Plus is probably going to be the easiest way to watch it. Yeah, because it comes out like the same time, doesn't it? as far as I know. But I haven't really been keeping up. But yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna end it there. Oh, also follow me on Twitter, and I have a poll up on Twitter. It's very important. It's my pinned tweet. Go there. You know, I'm not gonna say much about it. I just need your answer. Be honest. Be truthful. It's for science. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, which will probably be this weekend. So bye, guys.